Hey Crimson Pack, welcome back to the channel. My name is Noctulam Selego and thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are recently joined us, welcome to the family. For those who don't know, for those who are clicking on anything related to my channel for the first time, please note that the videos on my channel are written with the assistance of AI, straight from my mind and with the help of AI, so that the English is on point, and also narrated with AI, as English is not my first language. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe.
Lily Ashford sat on the windowsill of her third-floor apartment, the setting sun bathing her golden-brown curls in light. She twirled a strand absent-mindedly, her hazel eyes fixed on the street below. "You're staring again," Mia's voice echoed, from inside the room. "You're not going to manifest hot men by glaring at the pavement." Lily rolled her eyes. "I'm thinking, and he wasn't hot. He was bald and walked like a duck," Mia snorted. "Could still be your soulmate. You've never been picky." Lily laughed and jumped off the windowsill. "Touché, but I'm not looking for love, Mia. Not now, not ever, if I can help it." That wasn't entirely true. Lily loved life. She loved dancing, freedom, spontaneity, and sugar-filled cocktails. But commitment, that was a different beast. She watched too many of her friends crumble in toxic relationships, chained to promises they didn't understand. "I still can't believe I agreed to this," Mia muttered, adjusting her leather skirt. "You promised. One night. No excuses." Mia Monroe was the complete opposite of Lily. Quiet, reserved, the kind of woman who read in bed and drank chamomile tea at 10. But Lily had worn her down with months of begging. "I know," Mia sighed. "Just remind me again why we're doing this." Lily grinned. "Because we're alive. Because the city doesn't sleep. And because you need to loosen up." By the time they stepped out, the moon hung high, and the hum of downtown nightlife throbbed with music, laughter, and promise. Tonight was going to be unforgettable. Pulse was packed. The club was a sea of flashing lights and writhing bodies. Music vibrated through the floor, a steady thrum that sent adrenaline soaring. "This place is insane," Mia yelled over the bass, clinging to Lily's arm. "I told you. Just wait. It gets better." Drinks were ordered. Shots lined the bar. Lily downed one, then another, eyes scanning the crowd like a predator on the prowl. She wasn't looking for love. But that didn't mean she couldn't enjoy herself. That's when she saw him. Tall. Dark. The kind of handsome that made your stomach twist in warning. He wasn't dancing. He stood by the corner, drink in hand, watching. Not just watching her. His eyes were silver, unnaturally so. They gleamed in the strobe light like mercury. His dark hair was tousled, jaw sharp, body still, like he didn't quite belong here. "Earth to Lily," Mia waved a hand. "You're staring. I think I know him. You definitely don't. And you're drooling." Lily turned. Away. "It's fine. I'm just going to dance." But dancing somehow led to her brushing against him. She didn't mean to, but the contact was electric. "You're bold," he murmured, his voice smooth as velvet. "Or drunk." "Just alive," she smiled. "And you're watching me like you've got a reason." "Maybe I do." Their eyes locked. The music faded, the crowd dissolved, and suddenly, it was just them. He didn't touch her, but she felt drawn to him. "What's your name?" she asked. He paused. "Nathan." She didn't remember leaving the club. 1 second they were talking, flirting, almost teasing, and the next, they were in the back of a black car. Then the hallway of a hotel. Then, his mouth on hers. She remembered flashes. The heat of his hands, the press of his chest, the low growl in his throat when she moaned his name. It was raw, intense, and something deep inside her responded to him like a match to gasoline. "No promises," she had whispered. "I never make promises I can't keep," Nathan replied, voice low against her skin. The night was a whirlwind of sensation. Her body moved on instinct, her soul oddly calm, like it knew him, like it had been waiting. And then, blackness. Lily blinked as sunlight stabbed through the curtains. Her mouth felt dry, her limbs tangled in sheets that weren't hers. Groaning, she sat up. Pain. Her neck. A sharp, burning ache that throbbed like a bruise. She looked to the side. He was gone. Okay. Typical, she muttered, rubbing her eyes. One night stand. You nailed it, Ashford. But the pain didn't go away. She stood, stumbled into the bathroom, and stared at her reflection. That's when she saw it. A mark, not a hickey, not a bruise, a bite. A glowing, silvery mark. Her breath caught, her stomach twisted. No. She didn't know everything about werewolves or Lycans, but everyone knew what a mate's mark looked like. And this wasn't just any mark. It pulsed with energy. Ancient, primal, Mia would know what to do. Lily stormed into their apartment later that morning, still wearing her club dress, heels in one hand, panic in her voice. Mia, what the? Lily, you look like hell! I need you to look at something, now. Mia's eyes widened when Lily pulled her hair back. Tell me that's not what I think it is. You tell me. Mia reached out, tracing the edge of the eye mark with trembling fingers. It's a mating mark. No kidding. But it's weird. It's glowing. Mia stepped back, her expression pale. That's not a werewolf mark. It's a Lycans. Lily blinked. Okay, big deal. I'll just get it removed or something. Mia looked at her like she'd lost her mind. You don't remove a Lycan's mate mark, Lily. You can't. They don't just bite for fun. Lily paced. I didn't. Agree to this. I don't even know him. Wait, who was it? He said his name was Nathan. Mia froze. Lily, Nathan Darden is the Lycan prince, the next alpha of the Shadowblood court. He's royalty. Lily stopped pacing. That can't be right. It is, and you're marked by him, which means I'm mated to a Lycan, Lily whispered. Mia swallowed hard. And that's forbidden. Lily, if the council finds out, they'll kill you both. Lily stood frozen, the weight of Mia's words pressing against her chest like a boulder. Mated to a Lycan, she repeated numbly. That's insane. Isn't there some mistake? No mistake, Mia said grimly, arms folded. The mark's real. And you said his name was Nathan Darden. There's only one Nathan in their bloodline. But how is this possible? Lily asked. There were no chants or rituals. We barely knew each other, Mia sighed. It doesn't matter how it started. Lycan bonds aren't like ours. If they choose a mate and leave a mark, that's it. Final. Unbreakable. And it doesn't require your consent. Lily ran both hands through her hair, her voice tight. You're telling me I was claimed without agreeing to it? No. I'm saying your body responded to it. Mia replied gently. You weren't forced. That bond doesn't form unless there's some connection, even if it's unconscious. Lily paced the room. This is unreal. You're a werewolf. How do you even know all this about Lycans? My cousin is mated to one, Mia said quietly. Illegally. She had to disappear. No one's heard from her since. Lily stopped pacing. Wait, are you saying I have to run? I'm saying if the High Council finds out, they'll see you as a threat, a contaminant. And Nathan, well, if he disobeyed court protocol, even he isn't safe. Silence stretched between them. What do I do? Lily whispered. Mia's voice was steady but grim. First we find him. Then we figure out how to keep you alive. Mia flipped through pages of an old leather-bound tome she pulled from under her bed. These are suppressed texts. Most packs burned theirs. I kept this, just in case. Lily arched a brow. What are you, a secret werewolf scholar? Shut up, Mia muttered. Help me look. Lily peered over Mia's shoulder. The book was full of ancient illustrations, wolves in ritual circles, moon runes, and what looked like a Lycan mark glowing on the neck of a woman who looked eerily human. This one, Mia said, tapping the page. It's a first-generation mate mark, That's what you have. You weren't just bitten. You were chosen. The Lycan bloodline marks only one mate, and Nathan's never claimed anyone before. Lily dropped onto the couch. So I'm his fated one? Mia closed the book. Yes, and the timing couldn't be worse. The council's already tense. There are whispers of war brewing between factions, and now a human girl, well, mostly human girl, is suddenly bound to their prince. Lily blinked. Wait, what do you mean mostly? Mia hesitated. Your aura, it's not fully human. I noticed it years ago. You heal quickly, you sense things before they happen. I thought maybe it was just instinct. But now, what? I think there's more to your bloodline than your parents told you. That night, Lily sat on the fire escape outside her apartment, knees pulled to her chest. The city buzzed below, but it felt far away. She heard Mia moving inside, whispering on the phone with a trusted elder. Then, a gust of wind, a shift in the air, like pressure dropping before a storm. She turned. He was there, Nathan, dressed in black, calm, still, his silver eyes locked on hers. You shouldn't be here, she said, standing slowly. They'll kill you. His lips curved slightly. They'll try. Lily's heart slammed in her chest. You marked me without warning, without asking. Do you realize what that's done? I didn't plan it, he said. The bond. It pulled me. You weren't supposed to be there. But when I saw you, I knew. Knew what? She snapped. That you were mine. Lily scoffed, stepping back. I'm not some prize for you to claim, Nathan. I know, he said quietly, and if I could undo it, I would. But I can't. She paused, frowning. Wait, you'd undo it? If it would keep you safe, he said. Yes. Lily studied him. He looked calm, but his hands trembled slightly, and under his breath, she caught the faintest scent of blood. You're hurt. Nothing I can't handle. You're bleeding, she insisted. What happened? The council found out, he said simply. They know I marked someone. They just don't know who. Yet. Mia burst onto the fire escape the moment she heard voices. Her eyes darted from Lily to Nathan. You have got to be kidding me. Nathan nodded respectfully. Mia Monroe. Don't use my name, she hissed. If they're tracking you, you just painted a target on both our backs. I used Shadow Veil. They can't scent me here. Mia scowled. That only works against low-level scouts. If they send a high enforcer. They won't, Nathan said. Yet. Lily stepped between them. Enough. If we're already in danger, we need a plan. Nathan nodded. I can take you to the Shadowblood territory. The mark will protect you there. I'm not leaving Mia, Lily said firmly. She won't be safe here, he replied. Neither will you. The mark's growing stronger. It's going to draw attention. Mia sighed. He's right. You can't stay. But I'll cover for you, give you a head start. Lily touched Mia's arm. You don't have to. Lily, you're my best friend. I'm not letting you die for one night of bad decisions. Nathan's voice dropped. It wasn't a mistake. No one replied. Lily barely slept during the journey. Nathan's car moved like a ghost through the forest roads until it turned off the highway and vanished down a hidden path she never would have seen. Eventually, iron gates opened, and she saw it. Shadowblood territory. A massive estate, encased in shadowy mist, with towers piercing the trees. Not Gothic, but ancient. Like it was part of the earth itself. I thought Lycans were more modern, Lily muttered as she stepped out. We live in both worlds, Nathan said, but this is our sanctuary. Inside, the halls were eerily quiet. Every step echoed. There were guards, silent, masked, watching. They didn't speak. They didn't nod. They're going to attack me. They're sworn to me. They won't act without my command. She turned to him. Then command them to stop staring like I'm a threat. He smirked. You're the first outsider to enter here in decades. You are a threat to the old ways. He guided her to a room, massive, stone-walled, with a canopy bed. Rest, I'll speak to the council. She grabbed his arm. Nathan, if they force you to choose between me and your crown. His expression didn't change, but his voice was low and deadly. They've never known what I'd be willing to give up. Until now. Back in the city. Mia stood before the Crescent Moonpack Council, her heart thudding. The room smelled of incense and age. The council sat in a semicircle, cloaked in dark robes. Alpha Thane, Mia's uncle, sat in the center. You're protecting her, he said, voice calm but dangerous. I'm protecting my best friend, Mia replied. You mean the girl marked by the Lycan prince? Mia flinched. They knew. I didn't know she would be marked. None of us did. One of the elders leaned forward. And yet you withheld the information. You allowed her to flee. Mia's fists clenched at her sides. Because if she stayed, you would have executed her. Without trial, without proof she did anything wrong. Thane's voice was cold. She broke the natural order. Werewolves and Lycans do not mix. That bond is illegal for a reason. Who made that law? Mia asked. Old men scared of losing control? The tension crackled in the room. Alpha Thane's eyes narrowed. You're suspended from patrol duties, effective immediately. If we learn you're still aiding her, you'll face the same sentence. Mia turned without another word. Outside, her breath came out in a rush. I have to warn Lily, she whispered. Back at Shadowblood Estate, Nathan stood in front of the high table, the ruling council of the Lycan court. Unlike the werewolves, the Lycans dressed in sleek black suits and spoke with sharpened calmness. Every word, a blade. Elder Varric leaned back in his chair. You broke the accord, Nathan. You marked a female outside our race. That is treason. She was chosen by instinct. The mark is complete, Nathan said, and irreversible. Then, you should have silenced her, another elder growled. Before word spread, Nathan's eyes flashed. She is under my protection. No harm will come to her. You would risk your birthright? Varric asked. For a human girl? She's not fully human, Nathan said. That got their attention. Elder Rosalind narrowed her eyes. Explain. Nathan stepped forward. Her blood carries something old, possibly dormant, but it responded to the bond. It's why the mark didn't fade. She's more than she seems. The council fell silent. Finally, Varric spoke. Very well, the girl stays, for now. But if the werewolves declare war and your bond is the cause, she will be offered as recompense. Nathan's voice dropped to a growl. You'll have to go through me first. Lily paced the gardens just beyond the main hall. Despite the heavy guards and icy stares from every servant she passed, no one stopped her. The estate wasn't just massive, it was ancient. Trees arched overhead like cathedral columns, and stone pathways wound between statues and silver-lit ponds. She was being watched, but not touched. She found Nathan waiting near the central fountain. Well, she asked. They're letting you stay, he said. Under supervision. Supervision, she echoed. Guards, boundaries, rules. And if I break one, they'll kill you. Lily stared at him. I'm being honest, Nathan said. I don't want you surprised. Great, she muttered. So, I'm a prisoner with landscaping. You're my mate, he said quietly. Which means your safety is my highest law, even if I have to fight the court to ensure it. She softened. Why are you doing this? Because, he said, stepping closer. The moment I saw you, my world shifted. The mark didn't bind you to me. It bound me to you. Her breath caught, but before she could respond, a shadow stepped from the trees. You're being followed, said a deep voice. Lily turned and saw a man who looked like Nathan, but colder, sharper. I see your taste hasn't improved, the stranger said to Nathan. Adam, Nathan muttered. What do you want? Adam D'Arden, Nathan's older brother. To see the girl causing all this chaos, Adam said, smiling at Lily with zero warmth. And maybe take care of your mistake. Adam walked slowly around Lily, like a predator circling prey. She doesn't look like much, he said. But then again, neither did our mother before she tore out a wolf's throat. Back off, Nathan growled. Adam raised an eyebrow. Relax, brother. I'm not going to kill her. Yet. I'm not afraid of you, Lily said, lifting her chin. Adam laughed. You should be. You're walking chaos, and if you weren't bound to my bloodline, I'd have you staked and buried. I'm right here, Lily snapped. Try having a conversation that includes me. Nathan stepped between them. Enough, Adam. Go. You're too emotional. To rule, Adam said, eyes glittering. Marking a mutt. Nathan slammed him into a tree before he could finish the sentence. Adam chuckled as blood trickled down his mouth. There he is, the real Nathan. Adam vanished into the trees, leaving silence behind. Lily exhaled slowly. Your family is a delight. He's power-hungry, Nathan muttered. He's been waiting for a reason to challenge me. And now he has one, Lily said. Me. Mia met her contact near the edge of the neutral lands, a cloaked figure with golden eyes and a thick accent. Did you bring it? She asked. The woman nodded, handing over a scroll wrapped in silver twine. Only one of these exists. It's old magic. Mia unwrapped it carefully. This is the ritual? It's not a cure, the woman warned, but it may weaken the bond, just enough to mask her scent. Maybe buy her time. Mia slipped it into her jacket. That's all I need. She turned to go but stopped. The woman looked at her. You still haven't chosen your side. I already have, Mia said. That night, Mia returned to her apartment, packed a single bag, and left a note on her pillow. Lily, I'm coming to you, no matter what they say. Lily stood in the Shadow Blood library, surrounded by floor-to-ceiling shelves and the scent of aged parchment. Nathan placed a thick, leather-bound book in front of her. Dust puffed up as it hit the table. This belonged to my mother, he said. She kept records of every bloodline she encountered. Lily raised a brow. And you think I'm in here? I know you are. He flipped through the pages, stopping at a drawing, an ancient tree with branching names and strange glyphs. Here, he pointed. Lily leaned in. Her mother's name, Elara Vale, was scrawled in elegant ink next to a symbol that glowed faintly. That symbol, Nathan said, is associated with the lunar-blooded. A forgotten line, not fully human, not wolf, not Lycan. Lily touched it. My mum never talked about any of this. She died when I was 10. All my dad ever said was that she came from an old town no one remembers. She didn't forget, Nathan said softly. She was hiding it. Why? Because if the wrong people found out, they would have hunted her, or worse, used her to breed a hybrid heir. Lily's stomach churned. So what does that make me? He looked at her. Powerful, dangerous, and very, very rare. Mia moved through the neutral forest line just before dawn. The scroll clutched tight in her jacket. She wasn't alone. The presence came fast, silent, sharp, inhuman. Show yourself! Mia barked, claws shifting beneath her fingertips. A man stepped into the clearing. Tall, worn leather coat, a long scar down his left cheek. Luke Rook, he said. Hunter. Crescent Council sent me to retrieve the marked one. Mia narrowed her eyes. You mean kill her? Luke shrugged. Same. Result. I'm not letting you near her. He smirked. You going to fight me, pup? Mia lunged. They collided with brutal force. Luke was fast, unnaturally so, but Mia fought like someone who'd already lost too much. I don't want to kill you, he grunted, ducking her swipe. Too bad, she snarled. Because I want to kill you. She landed a slash across his chest, and he stumbled back. Blood dripped, but Luke only smiled. You've got heart. I like that. But you can't stop what's coming. He vanished into the trees. Mia stood panting, clutching her side. She'd bought Lily a little more time, but not much. Nathan sat at the head of the war chamber while 3 lesser nobles bickered around him. She must be removed, Lord Calder spat. Your attachment is clouding your judgment. She's his mate, Lady Rienne countered, and she hasn't shown hostility. She doesn't have to, Calder growled. Her existence is enough to ignite war. She didn't choose this, Nathan snapped, standing. None of this was planned. Intentions don't matter. Outcomes do, Calder said. Adam entered without invitation, eyes gleaming. Brother, it's sweet how you defend her, but perhaps we should put it to a vote. Nathan's jaw clenched. This isn't a council decision. It's a matter of my lineage. Adam folded his arms. Then abdicate. Let someone else lead who isn't ruled by emotion. The room went still. Lady Rienne looked sharply between them. I won't abdicate, Nathan said coldly. But if any of you touch her, you won't leave this room alive. Adam's grin didn't fade. Then I look forward to the war you're starting. The Shadowblood estate felt suffocating. Lily wandered to the moonlit courtyard to breathe. Her thoughts, tangled, about her mother, her bloodline, the mark pulsing faintly on her neck. She heard footsteps. Nathan, she asked. But it wasn't him. Adam. You really are lovely, he said, stepping closer. It's a shame it'll end so tragically. She backed away. What are you talking about? I offered him a choice, Adam said. You or the crown. He chose neither, so I'll make the decision for him. He lunged. Lily ducked, but Adam moved with terrifying speed. He struck her shoulder, sending her crashing into the garden wall. Pain exploded in her side. Then, a blur. Nathan. He hit Adam with a growl, claws tearing through his brother's jacket. Get away from her! Adam snarled. She'll be your downfall. Nathan didn't respond with words. He responded with violence. The brothers clashed, blood against stone, until Adam vanished into smoke and shadow, leaving Nathan panting, blood running down his temple. Lily looked up from where she knelt, bruised but alive. You saved me. I'll always save you, he said hoarsely. And then he kissed her, not gentle, not hesitant, but like she was the only thing tethering him to life. Mia arrived at Shadowblood territory just after sunrise. The guards didn't want to let her in. I'm on Nathan's list, she growled. Let me through. Once inside, Lily threw her arms around her. I thought I'd never see you again, Lily said, voice cracking. You think I'm going to let you face this alone, but the moment didn't last. Elder Varric stormed into the grand hall. We warned you, Nathan. The girl draws danger. She was attacked on your grounds, Nathan said, which proves she's a threat to our peace. Varric shot back. We'll hold a trial, Lady Rienne said, cutting through the noise. Let her speak for herself. Let her prove she's not a weapon. Varric sneered. And if she fails, then she'll be exiled. Or executed, Adam said from the shadows, smirking. Mia stepped forward. Not without a defense. Lady. Rienne tilted her head. Who are you? Her pack sister. Her witness. Very well, Rienne said. The trial will be held under the full moon. 3 days from now. Lily turned to Nathan, panic in her eyes. What if I lose? You won't, he said, cupping her face. Because I'll burn the whole court down before they take you from me. Lily sat cross-legged on the stone bench in the centre of the Shadowblood greenhouse, surrounded by blue-flamed night roses. The air was thick with magic and moonlight. She was trying to breathe, to think. Mia knelt nearby, opening the scroll she'd risked her life to retrieve. This might be the only way to protect you during the trial, Mia said, unrolling it. It masks the signature of your bloodline, If they can't sense what you are, they can't use it against you. I don't want to hide, Lily replied. I want them to know I'm not ashamed of what I am. And I respect that. I do, Mia said, voice steady. But this court isn't logical. They're old. They're paranoid. You have to survive the trial before you fight the system. Lily's jaw tightened. And if I pretend I'm nothing special, they'll let me live? They'll be less likely to panic, Mia corrected. Nathan appeared in the doorway, watching silently. Use the scroll. It won't change who you are. It will only protect you from what they fear. Lily stood and faced him. You're asking me to hide. Again. I'm asking you to live, Nathan said. After a moment, Lily nodded. Mia began. The ritual. Adam stood at the crest of the mountain pass, watching smoke rise from the village below. Scouts had been dispatched across neutral lands, stirring fear. He wanted the Lycan court divided, and fear was the easiest wedge. He turned as Luke Rook emerged from the trees. You're late, Adam said. Luke didn't bother apologizing. She's stronger than expected. And the friend, Mia, nearly took me down. Adam smirked. That one's got teeth. Luke tossed him a scroll. They're using this to mask her signature. Old magic. Illicit, but effective. Adam's eyes narrowed as he unrolled the parchment. Where did they get this? Same place your mother used to get her curses, Luke replied. The Hollowed. Wives. Adam's face darkened. If they're calling on the Hollowed, Luke added, then the girl's no ordinary mongrel. She isn't, Adam murmured. And that makes her even more useful. Luke raised a brow. You still plan to use her? She's the match to Nathan's flame. If she dies, he burns. If she lives, he bends. Adam rolled the scroll again and tucked it into his coat. She will either bring him to his knees, or she'll die at the trial. Nathan led Lily down to the underground chamber beneath the estate. The war room turned sanctuary. You need to understand how they'll test you, he said. It won't just be questions. The trial will probe your mind, your intent, your instincts. You mean they'll read my thoughts? Lily asked. Not read. They'll project illusions, scenarios, to see how you react under pressure. If you lash out, they'll brand you a threat. And if I don't react at all, they'll say you're weak. There's no right answer, only the one that proves you belong here. He handed her a blade made of obsidian. This is ceremonial. You won't need to use it unless someone breaks the circle. Lily took it, her hand steady. You still don't trust them, she said. I trust one person in this court, Nathan replied, and she's holding that blade. He moved behind her, pressing his palm between her shoulder blades. Close your eyes, he murmured. Let your instincts rise. Don't think. Feel. The air shifted. Lily felt her heart slow, her breath sink with his. Shadows rippled across the chamber, and for a moment she saw flickers of the moon in her mind, silver and violent. Good, Nathan said, voice distant now. You're starting to feel the bond. What bond? She asked. The one you marked me with, he whispered. Her eyes snapped open. Nathan stepped back, his face unreadable. The trial will show them you're worthy. But I already knew. The courtyard was lit with white flame and a full moon overhead. The entire Shadowblood court gathered in a circle carved with sigils. Lily stepped forward, dressed in silver ceremonial robes. Her heart beat loud enough to echo. Nathan stood beside Lady Rianne, tension radiating from him like heat. Elder Varric's voice rang out. Lily Ashford, you stand accused of violating the sacred accords by forming a forbidden bond with the Lycan heir. Do you wish to speak? Lily stepped into the center of the circle. Yes. You may begin. She took a breath. I didn't choose this mark, but I didn't run from it either. I've risked my life just to stand here and prove that I'm not your enemy. The wind rose around her. Varric raised a hand and the circle ignited. The trial had begun. One by one, illusions formed, visions meant to manipulate her emotions. A baby in a burning village, crying for help. A shadowy figure offering her power in exchange for Nathan's life. Nathan himself, bleeding, begging her to reject the bond to save him. Each time, she stayed calm, grounded. Finally, the last vision came. Her mother, reaching out, whispering, "Come home, Lily. This world is not yours." Lily blinked. "I am home," she whispered. The illusions vanished. Silence. Elder Rosalind stood. "The girl has passed." Varric's jaw twitched, but he said nothing. Lady Rienne turned to the court. "Let it be recorded. Lily Ashford is no longer under suspicion. She is the mate of Nathan Darden and is to be granted protection under Lycan law." Nathan crossed the circle and wrapped her in his arms. Adam stood in the shadows, silent, but watching. Later that night, the court celebrated. Wine, music, and cautious smiles. Lily sat with Mia on the balcony, the stars above glittering like scattered glass. "Can you believe I survived?" Lily asked. Mia chuckled. "Barely. I was 2 seconds from stabbing Varric. You and me both." Nathan joined them, nodding at Mia. "Thank you for standing by her." "She's my sister," Mia said. "That's not optional." Nathan looked at Lily. "There's something else." "About your mother." Lily sat up straighter. "What?" "I found an entry. Elara Vale wasn't just lunar-blooded. She was descended from the original union, between a Lycan and a wolf." "That's impossible," Mia said. "Not impossible," Nathan replied. "Just buried." Lily's voice was soft. "That means I was always meant to be both." Nathan smiled faintly. "And that's why they fear you." Before anyone could respond, a guard burst in, breathless. "There's been a breach," he said. "Scouts report Crescent Wolves are mobilizing. They're preparing for war." The smiles faded. The peace was over. Nathan stood before the war, map with his generals and senior guards. Red markers lined the Crescent borders. Scouts had confirmed it. Alpha Thane was mobilizing his forces. And with Luke Rook likely leading the advance, it meant their strike would be precise and brutal. "They won't attack the front," said Zarek, one of Nathan's most trusted commanders. "Rook's style is quiet. He'll infiltrate, target weaknesses, probably start with Mia." Nathan's jaw tightened. "She's under full protection. I've assigned shadow guards. What about the Eastern Ridge?" "Vulnerable," Zarek admitted. "They've been testing it for weeks." Nathan turned to Lady Rienne. "You were once allied with Crescent Moon. Can we negotiate?" Rienne shook her head. "Not with Thane in power. He's gone full traditionalist. He sees Lily as a threat to blood purity and power. He wants her eliminated to set an example." Nathan slammed his fist into the table, rattling the markers. "Then we don't wait. We strike first." "Too risky," Rienne countered. "We need the Council's full support to go to war." "We'll never have it," Nathan growled. "Not while Adam whispers in their ears." The door creaked open. Lily entered, her presence stilling the room. "They're after me," she said calmly. "Let them come, but we fight them on our terms." Adam paced the balcony outside the war room, his cloak billowing in the mountain wind. He wasn't alone. "Luke." Rook leaned against the stone rail. "You've stalled long enough. Thane wants results." "And he'll get them," Adam replied. "I've already sown doubt among half the court. When the attack begins, some of them will hesitate to back." "Nathan, you're betting on fear. I'm counting on it." Luke tossed him a sealed letter. "And this is from Thane. Final orders." Adam opened it and read silently. His expression darkened. "He wants me to assassinate her. Before the war begins." Luke's grin widened. "You up for it, little brother?" "I'll handle it," Adam said, turning away. But as Luke vanished into the shadows, Adam remained still, the letter crumpling in his fist. His eyes flicked toward the east tower, where Lily now slept, unaware. Adam whispered to himself, "You were supposed to be nothing, but now you're everything." Mia stood in the temple chamber, candlelight casting gold across her face. She had called on someone she swore never to see again. Her cousin, Saria, the one who had fled after mating a Lycan. She now lived hidden, among wild clans near the ocean cliffs. "You're insane for coming here," Saria whispered. "If they find me—" "I needed the truth," Mia said. "How did you survive it?" Saria's gaze dropped. "By giving up everything. My name, my pack, my pride." "I can't let Lily do that. She's stronger, smarter. She can make them change." Saria shook her head. "The council doesn't change. They burn what they fear. But she's not alone. She has Nathan, and me, and maybe even you." Saria stared at her, conflict written all over her face. After a long silence, she finally spoke. "If war is coming, then I'll fight." That night, Lily found Nathan on the terrace, watching the stars. He looked calm, but she knew better. "You haven't slept," she said softly. "I don't plan to." She walked to his side. "You're shutting me out, again." "I'm trying to protect you," he said. "Stop doing it alone," she snapped. "I'm not a bystander in my own story." He looked at her finally, fully. "I've never wanted someone the way I want you. That makes me reckless. It makes me dangerous." Lily stepped closer. "I don't want a prince who hides. I want a mate who fights beside me." His hand brushed her cheek. "And if I lose you in this war?" "You won't." He kissed her, this time slower, deeper. It wasn't desperate. It was real. Promising. After a moment, she pulled away slightly. "You told me once the mark bound you to me." "It did. Then we either burn together or we rise together." At the edge of the forest, the first scouts saw it. Wolves, dozens, moving in silent formation. Luke Rook led them, blades strapped across his back. He raised his hand, signaling, "Begin." The crescent wolves began their advance, slipping through, shadows like wraiths. They wouldn't strike the front, they'd go straight for the heart, straight for Lily. Inside the estate, Adam stood before her chamber door. He stared at it, knuckles tight at his sides. He could still do it. "One strike! End it!" He opened the door. Lily stood facing him, awake, dressed in black battle leathers. Her eyes were calm. "I knew it would be you," she said. Adam's eyes flickered. "Do you really think I want to do this?" "Then don't." He stepped inside, closed the door. "The bond has changed you," he said quietly. "I thought you'd be weak, that I could break you." "You can't," she said, "and you never could." Adam drew his blade, then slowly dropped it. "Tell Nathan I was never his enemy," he said, and he was gone before she could answer. Moments later, howls rose from the eastern ridge. The war had begun. The night sky cracked with the howls of war. The crescent wolves poured through the eastern ridge under cover of mist, fast and lethal. Flames caught on the outer perimeter, set deliberately to drive panic. Zarek and his elite guards stood their ground, forming a wall of fur and steel. Behind them, Shadowblood soldiers shifted and lunged. Mia raced along the upper ramparts, her bow slung across her shoulder. Arrows flew from her fingers faster than thought, pinning enemy scouts before they reached the main gate. "They're trying to flank us," a soldier yelled. Nathan and Lily emerged side by side from the central court. He was dressed in dark armor, his mark glowing like fire across his throat. She wore black leather lined with protective runes, a dagger strapped to each thigh. Lily scanned the chaos. "Where's Luke?" Nathan's jaw clenched. "Waiting for us to divide. He wants you separated from me. He'll be disappointed," Lily said flatly. They split, Nathan heading to reinforce the south corridor, Lily veering with Mia to defend the inner sanctum. And from the tree line, Luke Rook watched. He didn't strike. Not yet. Inside the great hall, where shadows danced from the firelight, Lily and Mia fought back to back. Wolves broke through the window panes. Mercenaries, not Crescent-born. Luke had hired rogues from the borderlands. "These aren't pack soldiers," Mia shouted, kicking one back through a window. "They're thugs," Lily snarled, slashing a curved blade through one's leg. One grabbed her by the throat. She twisted, shoved her elbow back into his nose, and kneed him hard enough to knock him cold. Mia let out a grunt as she took a shallow stab to the side. "Down!" Lily screamed, diving to tackle her. An arrow zipped over their heads. One of their own fired in panic. The rogue soldiers retreated, dragging wounded with them. Breathing hard, Lily helped Mia up. "You okay?" "Don't worry. It missed anything important." Mia forced a grin. "Still prettier than you." Lily laughed, even though she was trembling. "We're not out of this yet." "I know," Mia said, gripping her blade tighter. "Let's end it before someone else gets hurt." They made their way toward the East Tower, where Saria and Lady Rienne were holding the final defensive ward. Adam arrived at the East Tower moments before the second wave of rogues struck. He could have vanished into the mountains, could have claimed neutrality. Instead, he threw off his cloak, drew his sword, and stood shoulder to shoulder with Lady Rienne. "I thought you were on their side," she said, parrying an attacker. "I changed my mind." Saria stood behind them, arms raised, chanting a binding spell. Blue fire glowed at her fingertips. The ward protecting the central vault, the place where ancient bloodlines were recorded, was fading. "Hold them!" Adam barked. "They're after the vault!" Lady Rienne pushed forward. "Then they die here." Lily and Mia arrived just as the final group of rogues burst through the southern staircase. Lily's instincts kicked in. Her blade flashed, cutting with elegance and fury. Her bond mark lit the air, pulsing brighter the closer the danger came. Adam spotted it. "She's activating it," Lady Rienne shouted. "Let her!" The vault glowed with the same symbol as Lily's mark. It recognized her. She stepped forward, drawn by something ancient. And then, with a thunderclap, the magic surged, repelling the attackers in a single blast of moonlight. The East Tower fell, silent. The rogues lay unconscious, or dead. Mia gasped. What the hell was that? Lily stood in the center of the room, eyes glowing faintly. "I think the vault belongs to me." Nathan drove his blade through the chest of the last crescent. Warrior, and dropped to his knees. Blood streaked his arm, his breathing shallow. Luke stepped from the fog with slow, deliberate steps. "No more guards," he said calmly. "No more distractions, just you and me." Nathan rose to his feet. "Come and die then." Luke laughed. "You know why Thane chose me? Because I don't care about codes or glory, just results." Nathan said nothing. Luke lunged. They clashed, blade to blade, claw to claw, the force of their strikes shaking the earth. Blood sprayed the walls. Nathan took a slash across his ribs but gave worse. Luke tried to grab his throat. Nathan countered, drove his dagger through Luke's thigh, then slammed him into the stone wall. "You lose," Nathan hissed. Luke grinned through bloodied teeth. "Maybe. But Thane has already moved." "What do you mean?" "He sent someone to kill your council. He doesn't want surrender. He wants collapse." Nathan's blood ran cold, and then he snapped Luke's neck. Lily, Adam, Mia, and Nathan regrouped in the war chamber, the vault. Now sealed behind them with Lily's blood mark, Zarek entered, grim. "Council's been poisoned. Lady Rosalind's dead. Varric's fading," Nathan cursed. "Thane played us all. While we fought his dogs, he took the head." Lily stepped forward. "Then we cut off his." Nathan met her eyes. "You'd lead that charge?" "I'm done. Running." They left that night, taking only their best fighters, Adam among them. For once, he said nothing. He simply fought. The Crescent stronghold was tucked deep within a snow-laced gorge. They broke through the outer defences just before dawn. Inside, Thane stood at the centre of the council hall, cloaked in ceremonial armour, blood still wet on his hands. "You came," he said to Nathan. "Did you think I wouldn't?" Thane turned to Lily. "You were a mistake. A crack in the wall, one I intend to fix." "I'm not a mistake," Lily said quietly. "I'm the future." They fought. Nathan and Thane battled like fire and ice. Thane was powerful, fast, brutal, but he wasn't bonded, and Nathan was. Their blades locked. Then Lily moved. She struck Thane's exposed side, the moonlight glowing from her mark, and the force of it shattered his armour. Thane collapsed, gasping, stunned. Nathan raised his blade and brought it down. The war was over. The sun rose over Crescent Gorge, casting pale gold over the bloodied snow. Thane's body was burned before dawn, as per Lycan tradition. No mourners, no rites. Inside the former Crescent Court, silence lingered. Nathan sat at the head of the long war table. Lily stood beside him, arms crossed, her clothes still bearing the marks of battle. Mia was bandaged, but stubbornly alert. Adam stood near the window, half in shadow. Zarek entered with the latest report. All surviving Crescent wolves have surrendered. Many ask for amnesty. They followed orders, Lily said quietly. Not all of them believed in Thane's cause. Nathan gave a slow nod. Grant those who lay down arms full protection. They will swear fealty or leave our lands. Zarek paused. And what of Thane's daughter? The room stilled. She's only a child, Mia said. 12, maybe. Wasn't even here during the battle. Send her to the coastal sanctuary, Nathan said. She'll be raised without a title, but with freedom. Adam spoke for the first time. Mercy. From you. I'm not Thane. Nathan replied, cold and certain. Adam met his gaze. No, you're something else now. 2 weeks passed. The war was over. The wounds beginning to close. But healing was not peace. Whispers moved through the Shadowblood lands. A Lycan ruler, with a wolf-blooded mate. The old guard watched with unease. Lady Rienne called a council gathering. If they question your union, she told Nathan and Lily, then formalize it. Publicly. Fully. Nathan hesitated. You're talking about a bond ceremony. You've already marked each other, Rienne replied. This just makes it unbreakable and undeniable. Lily studied the runes on the ceremonial scroll. Will it change me? It will reveal all of you, Rienne said. No more hiding. Your bond will pulse through every line of your blood. Mia nodded. They'll never be able to deny your place again. Nathan turned to Lily. It's your choice. She didn't hesitate. Then let them see me. The ceremony was held beneath the moonfire tree, surrounded by soldiers, nobles, and wary allies. As Lily placed her hand over Nathan's heart, the bond seal ignited in silver flame. The mark across her neck shimmered, and for one breathtaking moment, the tree lit with lunar fire. A symbol reborn. The court knelt. Even Adam bowed his head. After the ceremony, Saria pulled Lily aside near the outer gardens. You've changed, Saria said. Everyone keeps telling me that, Lily replied. I mean it in a good way. You carry the bond like you were born for it. I wasn't, Lily said. I was dragged into it. Saria smiled. Dragged or not, you're here, now, and the people are watching. Because they're waiting for me to fail. No. Because they're hoping you won't. Lily turned to her, brows drawn. You sound like Lady Rienne. I spent a lot of time running from power, Saria said. Turns out, the real danger wasn't power. It was giving it to the wrong people. Lily exhaled. What do I do with it? Liad, Saria said simply. And if you want to start, I have something for you. She handed her a sealed scroll. What is it? An offer from the Hollowed Wives. They want to meet you. Lily blinked. Why? Because you carry what they thought was lost. Nathan found Adam near the ruins of the East Tower. The wind tugged at Adam's cloak, and the setting sun cast long shadows between them. You're leaving, Nathan said. Adam didn't turn. You won. The court loves you. The people worship her. What else is there for me? You could stay. Adam finally looked at him. And do what? Be the ghost in your halls? The reminder of what you almost became? You protected her when it mattered. And I tried to kill her the night before, Adam said flatly. You never mentioned that. Nathan was silent. Adam sighed. I'm not meant to rule, but I'm not meant to rot in exile either. So I'll go north, help rebuild the borderlands. You'd do that? I already have blood on those lands. Might as well plant something in it. Nathan stepped forward. We may never be what we were, but you're still my brother. Adam nodded once. Then prove it. Let me leave without guards, without chains. You're free. Adam walked away. This time, he didn't vanish in shadow. He walked into the light. Under the first new moon since the war, Lily and Nathan stood on the high cliffs of Shadowblood territory. Below them, fires burned for the fallen, and chants filled the valley. They're not afraid of you anymore, Nathan said. They still are, Lily whispered. But maybe now they'll follow me anyway. Nathan reached for her hand. Do you regret it? The bond. All of it. She turned to him. I regret that it had to come through blood, through war, but not you, not us. He nodded. I never believed in fate. But then you walked into that club and ruined everything, she said, grinning. He laughed. You changed everything. For the better. They stood in silence for a long moment. Then Lily asked, Do you think we can truly make peace? Nathan's eyes met hers. With you by my side? Yes. Above them, the new moon cast no light, only promise, a future unwritten. But this time, they would write it together. The invitation from the Hollowed Wives wasn't just rare, it was historic. Lily stood outside their ancient sanctuary, deep in the obsidian forest, with Saria and Mia beside her. The trees whispered, though no wind moved them. They'll test you, Saria warned, not with blades or fire, but with truth. They see everything. Let them look, Lily said. They stepped into the stone temple at the center of the grove. Inside, 13 robed women sat in a circle. None of them spoke aloud. Their voices moved through the air like thoughts. You bear the old blood. The mark chose you. But do you choose it? Lily took a breath. I do. Then you must understand what it means. The bond you formed wasn't just love. It was a key, unlocking something long buried. A pool of silver water formed in the center of the circle. Inside it, Lily saw visions. A Lycan king and a wolf queen centuries ago who tried to unify the bloodlines. Their bond had failed. Their people turned on them. But now the vision shifted. Lily and Nathan stood where the ancient lovers had stood, and this time the image held. When the vision faded, one of the Hollowed stepped forward. She removed her hood. It was Lily's grandmother. Elara Vale, Lily whispered. I failed to finish what I began, Elara said softly. But you won't. You carry the last bond. Protect it, or it ends with you. Back at Shadowblood Hall, Nathan faced a different battlefield. The court was fractured. The old families, even those who bowed after Thane's fall, were stirring again. Lady Rienne spoke bluntly. They'll try to trap you in politics now that they can't win through war. They'll call for a shared council, balance of power. They want a leash, Nathan said flatly. They want to survive. You can either give them structure, or they'll keep plotting. Nathan considered, then nodded. Fine. A new council, chosen by merit, not bloodline. The announcement shook the court. Some scoffed. Others whispered of rebellion, but then Lily returned, her presence different now, steady and commanding. She walked into the chamber during the first council gathering, dressed in silver and black, her mark glowing faintly. "I'll take the first seat beside him," she said. "And I," Mia added, stepping beside her, "will take the second, as a wolf who's fought in your wars, bled for your land, and bled with your people." There was silence. Then Lady Rienne stood. "Then I claim the third seat, for the old ways that survived," and one by one, others followed. The new council was born. Adam watched from afar as the capital prepared for the first Unity Summit, a gathering of wolves and Lycans under one shared roof. He'd been gone for months, helping rebuild Crescent border towns, forging alliances that even Nathan hadn't managed. Zarek visited him at dusk. "You should come back for the summit," Zarek said. "They're opening the floor to every major voice, even yours." "I'm not a ruler," Adam replied. "No," Zarek said with a shrug. "You're worse. You're a legend, the kind people whisper about." Adam looked to the horizon. "I never wanted power. You still don't. That's why you're the only one I trust to speak for the packs beyond the mountains." After a long pause, Adam nodded. "One speech. Then I go back to building, not breaking." Back in Shadowblood, Lily walked the Capitol Gardens with Nathan. "They won't let it go easily," she said. "There are still those who hate what we are. Then we give them something new to believe in." A messenger approached quietly, bowing. Nathan raised a brow. "What is it?" The messenger looked to Lily. "You're expecting." Lily froze. "What?" The messenger repeated gently. "You're pregnant, my lady." The news of Lily's pregnancy travelled faster than any treaty. Cheers, shock, opposition. But none could deny it. A new bloodline was coming. The council gathered in emergency session. "It's unnatural," one elder snapped. "What will it be, wolf or Lycan?" "Both," Nathan said. "And neither. It will be something stronger." Lily stood. "We're not erasing the past. We're forging a future. If that scares you, then perhaps you've forgotten how we got here." Mia stood beside her. "We're not asking for permission. We're stating a fact. The future is already here." Even Lady Rienne, once skeptical, offered a rare smile. "The bloodline is not cursed. It's evolved." Preparations began for a coronation, one that would recognize both Nathan and Lily not just as rulers of their species, but of a united territory. Meanwhile, Saria chose to stay and train the next generation of peacekeepers. Zarek became Commander General of the new Unity Guard. Adam returned to speak at the summit, then quietly vanished again, leaving only a carved blade on Nathan's desk with a note. "For the heir, when they're ready." Months passed. Lily stood at the high window of the birthing wing, staring out over the valley. Below, wolves and Lycans walked side by side. No war, no chaos. Nathan entered silently and wrapped his arms around her. "You ready?" he asked. She smiled, terrified, but ready. That night, under the full moon, Lily gave birth to a daughter, Elara. Ronelle Darden, black hair, pale eyes, and the faint shimmer of a birthmark across her chest in the shape of the ancient bond symbol. "She's already different," Mia whispered. "She carries both." Lady Rienne wept silently, her hand resting over the child's mark. "This child," she said, "will never be hunted, never hidden. She will rule without fear." Nathan kissed Lily's forehead. "We did it." "No," Lily whispered. "We began it." From the forest's edge, a lone, hollowed wife watched with a faint smile, then turned and disappeared into the trees. A new legacy had begun, not through conquest, but through love, blood, and the courage to change everything.